on the record.
Okay, I'm calling case D 08402-438D. Mr. Stroh, are you available?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Bacchus, are you in?
I am.
Fan, your appearance, please.
Yeah, it's Shay Bacchus, bar number 8361, appearing today on behalf of Athea Lavin, who should also be in our breakout. She was on a second ago.
There she
Oh,
is.
there she is.
Okay, fantastic. How is the reunification going?
There has been zero reunification. There has been zero therapy, zero visitation, and still not allowed to see my son over there.
Why not?
Every order has been disobeyed, and every time I go to pick him up, he says he doesn't want to go. Nobody's enforcing the ruling, and I still can't see him. So I've tried to make plans for therapy as well,
Okay.
and those have been put on the sideways. So
All right.
anything I've tried to do has been put on a kibosh, and not been able to see him at all.
Okay. Ms. Bacchus?
Your Honor, I would respectfully disagree with respect to the reunification therapy. I'm not sure if Your Honor's had a chance. I know you just inherited a lot of cases, but just to kind of give you some background, this all stems from an incident that happened almost a year ago in March, right before COVID shut down, which had resulted in Judge Pomerantz ordering that the child undergo an interview with the Family Mediation Center. That had transpired, to which I think it was the first time in my career I've seen the Family Mediation Center actually report a call to Child Protective Services. And then following that, Judge Pomerantz had ordered that the dad and the child undergo reunification therapy before any visitation had happened. And they initially went to one therapist who wasn't a reunification therapist, and the dad found Dr. Gray for reunification therapy, and several appointments had been set and canceled.
Who's canceled the appointments?
The first three dad had canceled. The fourth one, mom had to ask if it could be pushed 30 minutes because she had just got a new job. She had lost her job due to COVID. And then after that one, nothing had gotten reset. Instead, it was, we'll just go to the next hearing. And then we returned before Judge Pomerantz. The matter got bumped because she thought I hadn't been served something that I had been served. And then she had asked the parties to talk to get a date to start weekly visitation. Dad and I immediately worked something out for that Sunday. And then Caden still just did not feel safe. And I suggested, why don't you guys start reunification therapy? The kid has been in therapy, Your Honor, since he was 6 years old. He's open. My understanding, I want to say
That's not true. That's not true either. So.
Hold on, sir. Don't overtalk her. You'll get your chance. I promise. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so, and I suggest let's do reunification therapy. Let's get them in a safe spot so they can start talking to each other, kind of flesh things out so that visitation can happen. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. And mom's willing to work on that. And so, but the problem is reunification therapy got sat on the back burner and nothing's happened since with that.
I don't like the fact that Dad's not seeing his child at all. I don't like it. He needs to start having time. The child needs to start realizing that he's going to trust. We need this reunification. I do not want to hear of any more appointments being missed unless somebody is sicker than a dog, and then I want a doctor's report. We're going to set this out for how often are these appointments supposed to be set?
Your Honor, we hadn't set any specific dates on them. We were trying to do weekly. Judge Pomerantz had ordered that we don't do reunification therapy at the time, just for us to start having our time together. Also, I tried to set up just regular therapy with him just so we can get into somewhere where we're talking and at least having some sort of communications together. That's still not going to happen because Mom won't let it happen.
Okay.
She did push it for four weeks, not for 30 minutes at a time.
Okay.
Because her new job.
All right. We move it to where it will fit her schedule, but no more cancellations. What I would like to know is, Mom, Your son actually talked about you talking to an 11-year-old about these problems. Why are you bringing an 11-year-old child into these adult problems? Your son did it, not dad.
Yeah, I think there was a misunderstanding there. When Kaylee and I talk, she has a very, her stepfather is in prison. And so Kaylee and I talk about a lot of things that we don't talk to Kaden about because I'm her safe place. So when Kaylee and I discuss things, we do say, I have asked her not to tell Kaden those things. I think, I'm not sure what happened, but I don't discuss.
Okay, well, how about this? How about you don't discuss your personal life, especially going with Mr. Stroh with him. Okay, you don't discuss this with an 11-year-old child. She is still a child, not an adult.
I don't.
Okay, well, he said you did, and it's in the interview. So don't discuss adult problems with children, ever. Okay?
I don't. The only thing we discuss is that I have asked her not to repeat is the situation.
Well, she has. She has repeated it. So you don't discuss it with her. You don't discuss adult problems with a child. That is the order of this court. You don't discuss it. Especially to someone who now has proven will go back and tell your son. Okay, we're going to come back in 30 days. There had better been at least 3 reunification visits. Mom, right now your job is to make sure that this child goes and sees his dad. I'm also going to order that in this period of time, outside of the reunification visits, Dad's going to take the son to dinner on Friday nights. I'm going to give him 3 hours to go to dinner and then spend some time in public so that way your son can feel a little bit more comfortable. But let's get this reunification going. Let's start getting this trust built back up. So I want to have 4 dinners and at least 3 reunification visits by the time we come back in 30 days.
And Your Honor, I just want to clarify with the 3 reunification, that's 3 reunification therapy visits.
Correct.
That's what that's what I wanted to make sure.
Your Honor?
Sir?
Do we have to have specific reunification therapists? Because they're very hard to come by right now. I mean, we can get into a therapist that specializes in child and parental issues, but a specific reunification, it means I would be gone to prison, out of the country, or something along those lines is what the Reunification Act means. So, I mean, if we can get into a therapy...
Let's make sure whoever you go to is a child therapist. So that way they know how to deal with the child. All right?
Okay, Your Honor.
Dad?
Yes, Your Honor.
Having this boy, whether it was 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 15 minutes, it don't matter. That hurts. I don't want to hear you doing it again. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Miss Backus.
Yeah, Your Honor. Dad had found Dr. Gray, who was a therapist, and that's who they had, and I thought that would work just fine. There was another person who was just, it was a weird situation. I think I don't know what he did, what his specialty was, but he wasn't wouldn't work on reunifying. And I thought everything was working out. They were able to get weekly appointments with Dr. Gray. I don't know if we can just agree to that. That's who Dad had picked out before.
What's up with Dr. Gray, Dad?
I'm not sure. I'll have to call their office to see if she's available at all.
Okay.
I mean, they do book up, so I will get in touch with Shay so we can make sure that we have a therapist that deals with children.
The 2 of you work together because she knows pretty much the court standards on what we like and everything. So please get with her. Try to figure out a good therapist because we've got to heal this relationship between you and your son. And Mom,
Absolutely.
You need to start working on healing this relationship too. All right? That's your job. I mean, if in the end I find that you're trying to drive that wedge deeper, I'll give him to Dad. So you need to start working on making sure that relationship gets healed. Okay?
I have tried.
Okay, well, keep it up because you are the parent. Your son is not the adult here. You are. So you work on it, okay? What's our return date, Madam Clerk?
February 23rd, 2 p.m.
Thank you. I'll see y'all in
Thanks.
30 days.
Thank you.